Hello, my name's Alistair Parnell, and in this video I'd like to introduce you to a brand new instrument. Now, you might be somebody who has wanted to play an instrument for a very long time. You might have tried the recorder a little bit at school and maybe not found it too exciting for you at that stage. Maybe you've tried or thought about learning the piano, but this is going to take some time. And maybe you haven't got the coordination to learn the drums. What about if there was an instrument that was really simple to get started on and really start to make some tunes happen really quite quickly? What about an instrument where I could show you the fingering for all of the notes in about half a minute? And that instrument also had an app that would help you learn to play, and the instrument also gave you a little bit of room to grow and enjoy a vast amount of sounds and take you much further as you improve. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I think the Aerophone Mini might just be that instrument. I've actually decided to make two videos. If you're that enthusiastic new player, then keep watching this video. And if you're somebody that's already got into the wind synthesizer world and you'd just like to know more about the technicalities of the instrument, then look at this video that I've linked at the top here for some more in-depth view of the sort of information you might enjoy. This is the Roland Aerophone Mini. As you can see, it's a small, lightweight package. Now, in terms of the simplicity, remember that we already have the big brother, the Roland AE-10 instrument, and the slightly smaller, compact Aerophone Go. There are videos on my channel about those instruments. But you know, those instruments were specifically designed for the saxophone player to feel really at home with the saxophone fingering that those instruments offer. Now, the Aerophone Mini, on the other hand, is great if you are very new to playing an instrument. It's, I think, the most simple wind synthesizer that has ever been made so far. It's got a very simple 6-key fingering system, and compared to the other Aerophones, there are actually 14 fewer keys on this instrument. So things are going to get much easier on this instrument. There's no difficult parameters or menus to deal with, so getting switched on and playing straight away is very easy. I said about that fingering system, and I sort of set a bit of a challenge that I could show you the fingering for every note on this instrument in about half a minute. Let's have a go. You have these 6 keys down the front. 1, 2 and 3 for the left, 1, 2, 3 for the right hand. The left hand keys spell the word bag, B-A-G. The right spells fed, F-E-D. And the only other one is the C here in the middle finger of the left hand. So that's all the main notes. Any note you want to make into a sharp, your little finger touches this little key here, and any note you want to make into a flat, touch this little key here. Super simple. If you want to put everything up an octave, you press this with your thumb, down an octave, this with your thumb. That gives you 3 octaves of notes. That's plenty to cover any popular tune that you might want to try. So I hope that's convincing you now that this is going to be a nice, easy instrument to get into, but you're probably going to want a little bit more help than that. I also said in my introduction that this instrument can actually help you, teach you how to play. How does it do that? Well, it has its own accompanying app. Now, on board the instrument itself, there are 6 sounds built in, so you don't have to connect to another app or computer. If you just want to switch on and play, it's got its own built-in speaker. You're ready to go straight away, after you've put the batteries in, that is. But if you want a little bit of help in learning how to play, we've got a great app. We've also got 50 additional sounds on the app. Now, we connect to the app very simply by using this switch here, which actually connects to the app by Bluetooth. So again, super simple, no difficult cables to connect or wires to buy from all sorts of different places. And all we do here on the app, we go to the Connect tab, and it will come up and say connecting to AE-01, that is the Aerophone Mini, and then it says connected. So we're all ready to go. We can select at the top here the app sounds, and now we have these 50 additional sounds. There are woodwind sounds, there are brass sounds, string sounds, synth sounds, and what they call other sounds. So this includes, for instance, one of my favourite sounds, the harmonica. So I'm connected by Bluetooth. I don't have to have any extra cables connected in. And the sound comes out of the iPad. So if you want to plug that into a speaker or into some headphones, you're ready to go. So it's really easy to get set up and play all of those sounds. But more than that, there's actually a part of this application that teaches you how to play. Let's have a look. So on here, we have this tutor or lesson series. And what it does is it gives you a series of lessons here. Let's touch on this first one. I'm going to take the very easiest one, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Okay, now what's going to happen here at the top of the screen, you'll be able to see that there is the notation written for you. So this is actually going to teach you what the notes look like on the screen as you go. And then below each note as you play along, it shows you the exact fingering for each note. There is a complete fingering chart in the app as well if you want to start learning that. So this makes it really fun because there's a nice backing track, and even if we're playing something simple like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we actually can sound pretty good straight away. Shall we see how I get on? And so on, it carries on. Now, when you get to the end of the tune, it actually gives you feedback in terms of your accuracy. And as you can see, it gave me marks here for each note. So I can go back and see straight away any notes that I didn't play correctly. If I get a nice green tick, I've played it correctly. If I get a cross, I need to practice that a little bit more to correct it. And then if you do really well, like you can see on mine, they'll even give you a medal to say you've done so well. So, you know, it's really nice, encouraging stuff. But that's whether you're a younger child or an adult. This is really enjoyable way of starting to actually learn music properly. You're reading off the score, you're learning the fingerings on the instrument. And by the way, those fingerings that you learn are going to take you forward onto other instruments when you're ready. So if you want to carry on and play the AE-10, for instance, or maybe you'd like to learn an acoustic saxophone, then those fingerings that I've already taught you and the fingerings that you're getting used to on this instrument here, much of those will go on to a regular acoustic instrument as well. So as a foundation instrument, as an introduction, this is really very useful. And of course, you'll always want an instrument which leaves you a little bit of room to grow as well. As I've already said, on the app there are 50 additional sounds, so this is going to cover all sorts of genres of music for you to explore. You can use your own backing tracks. You can use any track off iTunes you want to play along to with the built-in backing track player. You can slow down the speed, change the key on this. So again, very useful if you just want an easy way into starting to learn some new tunes. And of course, the instrument itself connects by Bluetooth to another device or by USB to another device. And that actually opens up a vast array of other sounds. If you look on your app store, you'll see there's many synthesizer apps that you can use and get into your own sounds and program them as deeply as you want to. Likewise, with the computer, you can connect to your computer and use this as a controller for many, many sounds. So there are lots of possibilities there when you do get a bit more confident and want to take it a bit further. The instrument is only 500 grams in weight. It's very portable. I took it away on holiday with me just the other week and actually had a lot of fun with it there right by the poolside. It's got its own built-in speaker. We've looked at the simple fingering system and a very simple function key on the back to change any other settings. It's breath pressure sensitive, but no complicated lip pressure, so really easy to get started on. It's got a headphone out socket, so you can practice in complete silence or plug it into an amplifier if you want to. So as an all-in package for a beginner player, this is certainly worth having a look at. Thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel because there will be more videos coming out on all the wind synthesizers that are around. And thank you for watching. See you next time.